Welcome back to the deep dive, where we grab a stack of source material and really dig right into the most important nuggets of knowledge. We give you the shortcut.
Yeah, helping you get well-informed fast.
Yeah.
And today, we're diving into a topic that's, well, it's a potential game changer for a specific group.
Who's that?
Business owners in the fitness industry. Think independent gyms, maybe boutique studios, anyone trying to stand out in what's often a really crowded market.
Exactly. We're tackling a big challenge. How do you run those massive attention-grabbing promotions, the kind that generate huge buzz, get people talking, draw crowds?
But crucially, do it without putting your financial bottom line, your stability, on the line. That's the key.
For sure. And our source material for this deep dive is a pretty detailed guide by jthomas. He's described as a veteran expert in the gym business space.
Right, and his focus is entirely on this concept he calls prize insurance promotions.
Okay, so our mission today is clear. We need to understand what this prize insurance actually is, how it works specifically for gym owners, and why this guide calls it a secret weapon.
Yeah, this idea that it can transfer significant financial risk away from the business owner, turning a relatively small fee into potentially a headline-worthy event.
Okay, let's get into it. What is prize insurance at its core?
So basically, it's a risk protection product. You can sort of think of it like other insurance you might have.
Like car insurance or building insurance?
Kind of, yeah. But instead of protecting against, say, a fire or an accident, it protects against a very specific and usually pretty unlikely event happening.
Which is?
Someone actually winning a really big prize in a promotion you're running.
Oh, got it. Like those half-court shots for cash or hit this tiny target, win a car type thing.
Exactly, that sort of thing. The mechanism is quite simple, actually. The gym owner pays a fixed fee up front. This goes to a specialized insurance provider. And in return, that insurer takes on the financial responsibility, the risk, of paying out that big prize if someone wins.
But only if they win according to the specific rules of the contest.
Precisely. The rules have to be followed exactly. So if someone actually sinks that impossible putt or hits that target, and they meet all the criteria, then the insurance company routes the check for the prize money, not the gym owner. They don't have to dip into their reserves or, face a potentially crippling payout.
Wow. That is a significant transfer of risk.
It's the whole point. And the guide gives a pretty powerful example. It says, you might want to offer a $50,000 prize in your promotion. Huge attention grabber.
Definitely.
But the fixed fee the gym owner pays for that insurance coverage, it might only be somewhere between, say, $500 and $1,000.
Wait, $500 for a shot at covering a $50,000 payout?
Yeah.
That difference is massive.
It really is. Now, that exact fee depends on a few things.
Like what?
Primarily the prize value itself, bigger prize, potentially higher fee, and crucially, the statistical difficulty of the contest. How likely is it really that someone will win?
Makes sense. The harder it is, the lower the risk for the insurer, so the lower the fee.
Exactly. And the guide also mentions these policies are often underwritten by major, reputable names. It even references underwriters like Lloyd's of London.
Okay, so that adds a layer of credibility. It's not some fly-by-night thing.
Right. It's a proper financial instrument.
So given how this works, why should those independent gym owners, the boutique studios, maybe the ones without massive marketing budgets, why should they really sit up and pay attention to this?
This is where it gets really strategic for them. Prize insurance basically unlocks promotional possibilities that would just be way too financially risky otherwise.
How so?
Well, the guide lays out the specific benefits. It lets them generate massive buzz and drive referrals. Because, let's face it, everyone loves the chance to win something big, right?
It definitely cuts through the marketing noise. Offering a chance at, say, $50,000 or $100,000 gets way more attention than just 10% off membership.
Totally. It can also seriously spike member attendance and engagement. People want to be involved, earn their chances, be there for that final event where someone might win big.
Creates excitement.
Huge excitement. And it means owners can launch these really high-impact marketing campaigns with genuinely low financial risk. They can reward member loyalty, encourage renewals in a fun way, and build some serious community goodwill and brand recognition.
Those sound like core goals for pretty much any gym trying to grow. Getting more members, keeping the ones you have happy, getting them to refer friends.
Absolutely. And the guide explicitly connects prize insurance to achieving those goals. Imagine running a contest designed specifically to boost those stable EFT memberships, the monthly billing.
Yeah, the lifeblood.
Right. Or maybe to upsell personal training packages or just get a flood of referrals. Prize-insured contests give you leverage that, frankly, traditional discounts just can't match.
Okay, I'm starting to see the potential, but let's make it concrete. How would this actually look in practice? What kind of promotion could a gym owner actually run using this?
So the guide gives a really creative, specific example. They call it the Cornhole Combo Challenge.
Cornhole, seriously. Like the backyard beanbag toss game.
Yeah, and that's kind of the point. The guide highlights it because it's so accessible, it's social, people know it, it's kind of on trend. Almost anyone feels like they could give it a shot.
Right. True. It doesn't feel intimidating like some athletic challenges might. So how does the promotion work?
They suggest a framework, maybe running for 30 to 60 days, and the gym uses an internal ticket system to basically gamify the actions they want people to take.
Ah, so you earn tickets for doing specific things, like points.
Exactly. The guide lists examples like join the gym, boom, 10 tickets. Pay for your membership in full upfront, another 10 tickets. Give us 5 qualified referrals, 10 tickets.
Okay.
Sponsor a new member who actually joins, 10 tickets. Even just joining on the standard monthly dues gets you 10 tickets.
So you're directly incentivizing all the key behaviors that help the gym grow. And each action gives someone a better shot at the big prize.
Precisely. It connects effort or commitment directly to opportunity. And every single ticket earned goes into a big tumbler for a final drawing.
And that drawing leads to the main event.
Yep. They suggest capping it off with something like a member appreciation day or a similar finale party. You draw a set number of names from that tumbler, maybe 5 people, 10, 20, whatever you decide.
Yeah.
And each of those selected participants gets one attempt at the insured challenge.
The Cornhole Combo Challenge. What is it exactly?
The specific challenge described is a 4-shot cornhole toss combo, but from varied preset distances. Maybe one close, one medium, one far, one trickier angle, something like that.
And the winning condition.
You have to successfully make all 4 shots in sequence in that single attempt.
And if someone actually does it, pulls off the perfect 4 shots.
They win the insured prize. Whatever value you set in insured could be $25,000, $100,000, maybe even more. And it's the insurance company that pays out. Wow.
Yeah. And the guide is clear. Obviously, if there is a winner, documentation is absolutely critical.
Like what?
You need to capture the whole attempt clearly on video, have designated impartial witnesses verify it, and then submit all that documentation to the insurance partner. They mention fitness management and consulting for processing the claim.
Right. Got to follow the procedures. Let's circle back quickly to the cost, though. That $500 to $1,000 fee for a potential $50 K prize example was stunning. What are the main things that actually influence that fee the gym owner pays?
Okay, so the guide breaks down the primary pricing factors. Number 1, obviously, is the prize value itself. They mention you can insure prizes ranging from $10,000 all the way up to, believe it or not, $1 million.
$1 million from a local gym promotion. That's genuinely life-changing money.
It absolutely is. Talk about generating buzz. The second factor, as we touched on, is the difficulty of the contest.
The 4-shot cornhole combo, for instance? Right. How hard is it really to make all 4? The statistics on that directly impact the premium. And finally, the number of attempts matters. Is it just one person trying, or are 5 people getting a shot? That adjusts the overall probability slightly.
Okay. But even with those factors, the guide consistently frames this cost as, like, minimal compared to the potential marketing impact.
Definitely. The exposure, the leads generated, the member engagement. The argument is that the ROI can be huge, even if no one wins the grand prize, because the promotion itself drives business.
And here's something really smart you mentioned earlier that the source highlights. Getting sponsors to cover that insurance fee.
Yes. This is a brilliant strategy. It essentially turns the promotion into a co-branded event, potentially making it zero cost for the gym owner.
How does that work? Who would sponsor?
The guide suggests thinking about local businesses who want access to the gym's members, maybe a local car dealership if you offered a car as the prize, or a Harley dealer for a motorcycle.
Ah, makes sense.
Or, banks, popular local restaurants, supplement shops, wellness brands nearby, businesses that see the gym's demographic as their potential customers.
And what's the pitch to them? Why would they pay the insurance fee?
It's a clear value proposition. In exchange for covering that fee, the sponsor gets prominent co-branding on everything: flyers, social media posts, announcements. They get a table or presence at that big final event where the energy is high.
Direct access.
Direct access to interact with potential new local customers. It really can be a win-win. The sponsor gets unique, targeted marketing exposure, and the gym gets to run a potentially massive promotion essentially for free.
Okay, stepping back again. If we look at the bigger picture, what's the overall impact here? What are the broader benefits for a gym business using this tool?
Well, if you connect all the dots, the guide really summarizes the power here. You're operating with a fixed, predictable marketing cost. You know exactly what you're spending on the insurance premium.
Right, no scary surprises.
But you have this almost unlimited potential upside. Huge buzz, tons of leads, boosting membership numbers. It's presented as a really powerful driver for getting new signups, but also for keeping current members excited and engaged, improving retention.
It creates a spectacle, doesn't it? Something people in the community actually talk about. Did you hear about the contest down at XYZ Gym?
Exactly. It helps build a brand that's associated not just with fitness, but with excitement, with opportunity, maybe even generosity. And fundamentally, it taps into that really powerful human psychology, the thrill of winning, the hope, the what if factor.
The chance, however small, at a huge prize is very compelling.
Incredibly compelling.
Now, the guide also seems to strongly recommend not just doing this yourself, but partnering with an expert. It specifically mentions a company, Fitness Management and Consulting.
Yes, they position fitness management and consulting as the go-to partner for facilitating these types of prize insurance promotions in the fitness space.
What makes them qualified, according to the source?
The guide highlights several things. Over 35 years of experience working specifically within the gym industry, their ability to get coverage through reputable underwriters like Lloyd's of London, a track record of processing claims quickly and fairly if someone does win,
Okay.
and also, importantly, a simple activation process for the policies. They make it easy for the gym owner.
So they handle the insurance side, make sure it's legit, and streamline the process.
Pretty much. And beyond just the insurance, the guide says they also offer marketing support. They can help gym owners actually design and run the promotion effectively to maximize its impact.
Ah, so they help with the how-to as well.
Seems so. Plus, things like worldwide capacity, so presumably they can work with gyms anywhere, and flexibility in the types of contests. It's not just cornhole. They can likely ensure other creative ideas too.
So their role is essentially to help a gym owner build a kind of turnkey promotion, one designed to get specific results.
That's the picture painted, yeah. Whether the gym's main goal is getting more referrals, boosting product sales, nailing down more of those EFT memberships, improving retention, or just making a huge splash with brand awareness.
This really does seem like a powerful tool, something maybe many small business owners, especially in fitness, might not even know exists.
Quite possibly.
So if there's a gym owner listening right now thinking, okay, this sounds really interesting, maybe even transformative, what's the very first step? According to the guide, what should they do?
Right. The guide lays out clear next steps. First thing, decide your primary objective. What specifically do you want this promotion to achieve? What needle are you trying to move?
Is it referrals, sales, getting more recurring members?
Exactly. Define that goal up front. Then choose the prize value. How big do you need to go to generate the level of excitement you want? Remember, the guide says anywhere from $10K up to $1 million is potentially insurable.
That's a big decision right there.
Yeah.
Dictates a lot about the potential buzz.
It really does. Next, you need to set the specific contest rules. Using that cornhole example again, you have to clearly define exactly what constitutes a win, what triggers that insurance payout.
And getting those rules right is crucial for the insurance validity and also for determining the cost based on the difficulty.
Absolutely precise. You also need to figure out the promotional period. How long will people have to earn those tickets or qualify? A month. 6 weeks.
Okay.
And then the final step outlined is to contact the expert partner mentioned, Fitness Management and Consulting. Get a specific quote based on your prize value, your contest rules, your timeline, and if it all looks good, you bind the coverage.
Binding means activating the policy, putting the insurance in place.
That's right, locking it in before you launch the promotion.
Okay, so let's try to wrap up this deep dive. The core idea here is that prize insurance is presented as this almost revolutionary tool for smaller businesses, especially gyms.
Yeah, allowing them to offer genuinely huge, potentially life-changing prizes. We're talking up to $1 million, while basically offloading almost all the financial risk.
Transferring it to an insurer for a relatively small fixed fee.
Exactly. It transforms marketing. It turns it into a high-stakes spectacle, tapping into that basic human desire to win big. And critically, as the guide points out, that fixed cost. It can often be covered entirely by local sponsors.
Making it potentially a zero-cost, maximum-impact marketing machine for the gym.
That's the potential, yes. It's all about generating massive attention, huge buzz, without actually betting the farm.
It really does feel like it could be a secret weapon in a competitive market. Which brings us to a final thought for you, the listener, to consider.
The guide suggests that in today's world, attention is basically currency, if you accept that premise.
Then how does the ability for even a small local business like your neighborhood gym to offer a truly life-changing prize for a minimal, fixed, maybe even sponsor-funded cost, how does that fundamentally disrupt things?
Yeah, how might it democratize high-impact marketing? Think about it. Does this tool allow businesses that could never afford $1 million payout on their own to suddenly compete for attention on a much more level playing field with the big guys?
Something to definitely mull over. How does this change the game?